basic knots and hitches. I'm just going to cover 4 in this section, and we're going to start with the bowline. When practicing your knots and hitches, the first thing is do not use this stuff. It's called polypropylene. It's cheap, readily available, very common, usually in yellow, sometimes in black or black and yellow. As you can see, it holds a memory. If you're practicing on a piece of rope that's held the memory of a knot that's been previously tied like this, it will humbug you no end and you will not get through. And apart from that, it's just not very nice to handle because it's slippery. It doesn't hold a knot very well. So you need, ideally, to get hold of a piece of this stuff, a bit of double braid, some natural fibre rope perhaps, or even the nylon is good, the soft synthetic 3-strand nylon. Okay, I'm going to come around your side now so that you can see a bowline tier's eye view. First of all, parts of the rope. Here are the ends, 2 ends. Anywhere between the 2 ends is known as the bite, but if you do this, that's called taking a bite or a bite of rope. Usually when tying a knot or working with rope, there's what's called the standing part and the working part, and these can change depending on the circumstance. For this exercise, this is going to be the working part, and this disappears into the distance somewhere, up the mountain, up onto another ship or whatever. So this is the end that we're working with. This becomes the working end. This becomes the standing part. This here becomes the standing part. And as I said, in between is the bite. Now the traditional way of making a bowline is that you're told to put a loop like that in the standing part, and the bunny goes up through the hole, runs round the back of the bush, and then disappears back down the hole again. One bowline. Yeah. Now that's okay, and it's fine if you practice and practice, but the problem is there's the opportunity for a mistake here. If you don't make this loop in the right direction in the standing part, I've made it in the right direction, they're out of force of habit. There, it looks the same. This, at first glance, looks the same as this. But if you make the loop the wrong way, the bunny passes up through the hole, goes round the back of the bush and is not locking it. Put it down there. It looks like a bowline, but then you can't understand why it falls apart. I'm going to show you a method now of tying a bowline that eliminates that. I think it's an easier way of tying a bowline, but not only that, it kind of eliminates the chance of you putting the loop in the wrong way. And the way to do it is to take the working part and cross the standing part with it, like that. Okay. You reach in with your thumb down and then you flip it. And that's it. You can see that the bunny's up through the hole already. See it? Having done that, you just continue around the bush, back down the hole. When you tie up a bowline, you pull this part and this part together. So part of the bite and part of the working part you grip, and then the part that's going to take load, or the standing part, and you pull it up tight. And there is a nicely formed bowline. I'll show you that again. I'm right-handed, so I work with the right. So I take hold of the working part with my right hand, and somewhere down the standing part, depending on how big I want to make the bowline, I cross it. Then I reach in with my thumb down, pinch the cross together, and then invert it. I just flip it over like that. See that? The bunny's already up through the hole. He's just going to go back round the bush and back down the hole. Pull these two, pull this one. Bowling. I'm going to show you that one more time in a fluid manner, just to show you, once you get the hang of that method, it's a very easy or more efficient way of tying it. So, like that. Now, the other situation that you usually encounter when you're going to tie a bowline, or one of the other situations that you'll encounter, is when you need to tie it around something else. We become aces at tying it around our waist, but then when it comes to tying it around a bollard or a post or something like that, we're kind of all thumbs and we have to try and sort of get round behind it so that it will make sense to us. So I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make a bowline now from the other direction, that is to tie it around something other than your waist or forming a loop in front of yourself. This is going to serve as my post. So to secure it to the post, around the back of the post, working in standing part. In the standing part you put one of these slippery hitches. I'll just do that again. See what's going on. You put a twist or put a bite in, and then you pull a bite up through it, and that's it. Stop there. Put the other end in the bite like this, and then pull on the standing part. And there you can see there is a bowline around the post. I'll do that one more time. I'll do it the other way. So we've got the working part in my right hand, the standing part in my left. I'll take a twist and push a loop up through. It's like a slippery half hitch. The working part goes through, and the benefit or the advantage of using this method is you can choose the size of your bowline that you want at this point. If I want one quite tight, then I would go up to about there, and then I would pull the loop through and capsize what I've done. And there it is, a bowline.